what's going on out there. Just picked me up a load of eggs, heading to Keysby, New Jersey. Gonna unload them there, get a nice big fat check for doing my own lumper, being my own lumper. Now I can shut this off now. Oh, how do you turn it off? No! Come back here. Go to map. I don't want you there. Cancel route. There we go. There we go. Alright guys, anyways. Heading to Keysby. Gonna unload my own truck. Gonna get a nice big fat check for doing it. And that's what I love about, one thing I like about working here is that if I unload my own truck, I get paid the lumper fees. And I'm talking, you know, this one right here, this one lumper is going to pay me $200. So $200, sometimes it's a straight pull. Usually it's a straight pull. But of course tonight, it's got to be breakdown. But it's not that hard. There's like 26 skids that I got to pull off. And I just got to take the top layer of eggs off of each skid, and there's 6 boxes on each layer. So I'll be creating a total of about 6 or 7 more skids. You know, 4 high each. And it's a good workout. Each box, when you do the math and you find out how much a dozen extra large eggs weigh, and you find out that each box has, I think, 36 dozen or something like that, or how many dozen, somewhere around there, a lot of eggs. Each box has a lot of eggs. Anyways, I did the math, and it's like 45 pounds per box. You know, so taking 6 boxes off of the very top of, 26 or 27 skids. So it's a pretty good workout. So it'll take me, it's $200 for about an hour and a half of work. Going by Lake St. Mary's through Salina, Ohio. Going up there and grabbing Route 29 and taking that to 33 and 33 to 75 and 75 to the Volvo dealer because my truck is broken again. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Hear it? Hear that whistle? And the rush of air. It's got a vacuum leak somewhere. I don't know where. The whistle sounds like it's coming from a turbo. It sounds like it's coming from the turbo. And the vacuum leak, I looked at all the obvious areas for the vacuum leak, but there's no broken hoses, no loose hose clamps that I can see. So I'm not sure. It hasn't lost any power because it was starting to make a funky noise earlier this week, but it just became like exasperated over the past, today it just got really, really bad. So the boss called the Volvo dealer, and that's so annoying, isn't it? It's 3 times louder when you're actually in the truck, trust me. It's God, that's annoying. This truck was running so well. Seemed like all the kinks have been worked out. It's always something, I guess. I mean, after all, it does have almost 630,000 miles on a D13. That's cringeworthy right there. I hate it. Ah, make it stop. Nails on a chalkboard. And the problem with that noise is that it comes on every time the engine has to work hard, every time it's under a load. Well, I'm going through Pennsylvania on 80. All the way through Pennsylvania on 80. If you've ever been across 80 on Pennsylvania, you'll understand why that's a pain in the... If I'm going to have to listen to that the entire way. Going up all those hills, oh my God, it's going to drive me in freaking insane. So I really hope it's an easy fix. I really hope it's a simple exhaust leak, tightening of a couple bolts or something, I don't know. Something I missed. Because I don't want to listen to that all the way there and back. Stop. Nice Jeep. Maybe it is losing power a little bit. It wasn't as noticeable when it was empty. Now that I got about 39,000 pounds of eggs, it's a little more noticeable. So apparently Trucker Brown thinks that we are all slaves as company truck drivers. I don't know exactly what the difference is. If you're going to start saying that people are slaves for, simply needing money to live, I don't know what the difference is then between being an owner-operator and being a company driver, but hey, whatever. And I got, into a little slight debate with somebody in the comment section. I commented on Trucker Brown saying, hey, I don't really feel like I'm a slave. I can leave this industry. I can go partake in something else. But God, that's horrible. Anyways, I can go partake in something else. I can find another truck driving job. I can go back to school. I have a toolbox available to me if I so choose to open it. Everybody does. Some people might just have to work a little harder than others, but we all have access to this toolbox. Anyways, the guy that I got into a little debate with, he decided to say, friendly grumpy trucker, you are 100% a slave. So I kindly asked him to elaborate. And he responded by saying he didn't want to type it all out. That right there is a cop-out. When you try telling somebody you're a 100% slave, and you're countered with, okay, give me an example of how I'm a slave. And they say, oh, I don't feel like typing it out. That is 100% a cop-out. I am not a slave. That you are not a slave, alright? Slavery was ended a long time ago. And I feel it's extremely insulting and extremely ignorant and extremely offensive to black people who actually had to go through slavery. The real slavery. You know what I'm talking about. The kind of slavery that if you didn't do what your master told you, you had a whip on your back, or a gun to your head, or this or that. You couldn't leave the plantation, or else you might be killed. You were separated from your family because your master just saw it fit. You were sold individually. You were sold as property. You could not do anything with your own free will. You had no choice over yourself when it came to anything. That's slavery. That is, by definition, slavery. And if you want modern day slavery, go over to Dubai, okay? Go see how their peasants are living, all right? Go see how the people that aren't living high on the hog are, doing out there in Dubai and other Middle Eastern countries where, dare I say, Islam is the predominant religion. Go ahead, I'll wait. Are you checking? No. Okay. Anyway, that's slavery, okay? When you have absolutely no decisions over your own doing. That's slavery. I can do what I want to. I can leave this company if I want to. I can completely stop working if I want to. I could go homeless if I wanted to. But you see, we have to contribute to society, all right? And I know people are going to say, yeah, but it says to contribute to society. You have to contribute to society. For God's sakes, guys, quit being a goddamn child and open up your eyes. That is not slavery. That is simply doing your part. All right, but you can choose not to. You can choose not to, and you can go you can go live on the street. You can go and live in one of many homeless shelters in your area. If you have, if you're in a big city, there's homeless shelters you can go to. You can do that. That's your prerogative. Do what you want to. But this notion that we're slaves is such a stupid idea. All right? I am not beholden to anybody except for my wife. I kind of got to do what she tells me to do. But other than her, I'm not beholden to anybody, all right? And neither are you, okay? And just because I'm a company truck driver versus your owner-operator means jack squat. All right? Because if you want to say I'm a slave, then you're a slave too. You know why? Because what makes us a slave is by people saying that we're beholden to, or that we're forced to pay into a tax system or whatever you want to say, that we have to pay taxes. Because, right there, sure, the government holds a gun to your head. If you don't pay your taxes, you go to jail. Yeah, that's true. But again, you're paying into society, okay? And you can choose how you want to do it. You can choose what career you want to take. You can choose where you want to go to school. Sure, the school has every right to deny your acceptance to that school, but that's that school's prerogative. You can, that's on them, because certain schools have certain academic criteria that you must meet in order to enlist. Yeah, there's certain barriers to entry. Okay, whatever. That doesn't make you a slave. It doesn't make me a slave. There are certain things that I cannot afford that other people can afford very easily. There are certain things that I can afford that others cannot afford. Okay, I live a good life. I make good money. I work my ass off. But I'm not a slave. I choose to work my ass off. I choose to make good money. I want to make good money. In fact, I'm currently doing my own thing aside from trucking to make additional money because I want to better myself. That's my choice. I'm not a slave. I don't have to do it. But people out there are saying that we're slaves. You are just you're so ignorant. And it's not even fun to debate people like you, because it's like dragging a dead body through dirt. There's no resistance except, just the dead weight. There's no fight. You have nothing. We're not slaves. All right? It's like arguing with somebody who's going to tell you that 9/11 was an inside job. Okay, well, then I guess I can't argue with you because you're an idiot. We're not slaves. At all. You can choose to think you're a slave, and then, by putting yourself in that state of mind, sure, you're a slave. You have made yourself a slave. Good for you. You're a dumbass. You've decided to turn yourself into a slave by playing a victim. Okay, that's whatever. Whatever's floats your boat. But you can also just as easily turn around and say, hey, wait, I chose to do that. I'm not a slave. I'm not a slave. Hey, that's kind of cool. Here we go. Is it going to do it? Is it going to do it? There it is. It's quieter. So, Trucker Brown, no. We're not slaves. And again, if you're going to paint us company truck drivers as slaves, then how about you use that same brush to paint yourself as a slave? Because you're a truck driver, you're paying into the same system we are. You've just chosen a different method to do it. That's because you're not a slave. Isn't that beautiful? You chose a different method to do it. That right there proves my point. You were able to choose to buy your own truck. You worked hard and you saved the money and you had that down payment money and you bought your own truck and you went into business for yourself. I fail to understand how that makes anybody a slave. I chose to become a truck driver. Other people choose to become lawyers. Some choose to become cops. Some choose to become drug dealers. Hey, whatever. Some choose to cheat on their wives. But you know what? It's everybody's prerogative. It's everybody for themselves. We're not slaves out here, guys. We're not. We're far from it. And I can't believe it takes me, a white conservative, to say, hey, this is offensive to black people. You know, they're the ones that actually had to deal with real slavery. It baffles the mind. And holy cow, did I go politically incorrect on your asses? Yes, I did. Because it's so stupid. I'm done. I'm tired of holding back. You know, I didn't really want to go political on my channel. And, oh God, that's a horrible noise. But I didn't want to go political on my channel, but screw it. It's kind of fun. What notification did I just get? Oh, somebody just commented on the very debate I'm speaking about. Somebody just commented on that comment. So that should be fun to look at. On the road again. All right, I'm not going to quit truck. See, I'm choosing not to quit truck driving to go into a full-time career as a singer. That's my choice. That is my choice. Yep. Now, we could start arguing about slavery, though. We could start, suggesting that certain people are slaves when certain services become legally forced onto the American people, such as Obamacare. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, I just went all Rand Paul on you. Yeah, I did, didn't I? When you say that a service is a right, then whoever provides that service, they're forced to provide the service. So, okay, you can call them a slave if you want to. I just about back you on that, except they could choose to get out of that industry. They have an out. Slaves didn't have an out. Their out was at the end of a barrel of a gun. Or at the end of a whip. That was their out. I don't see people, at least not in the United States, I don't see people getting whipped because they're choosing different career paths. But hey, whatever. That's just me. Just this ignorant, conservative, redneck truck driver, I guess. Yep, here I am. Waiting on someone to come out and check it out. There's no obvious leaks. They have the I didn't know they were coming out with a day cab, but that new Volvo truck they're coming out with, it looks a little bit like the 780, but a little smaller, but completely new design inside and out. They actually have a couple day cabs here in that configuration and that body style. Might get a look at it here in a minute. They don't have the sleeper truck though, but they got the day cab. Like I said, I didn't even know they were gonna make that in a day cab here or anytime soon. Look decent. Well, as you might notice, there's no more annoying noise coming from under the hood. Hear that? No more vacuum leak? Nothing. Ended up just being there were two bolts that were broken off inside like a little elbow by the turbo, by the EGR bypass, And of course, those two bolts being broken off allowed enough air in there to go through the air-to-air system, and that's what was creating the large amount of air noise in the front. And of course, it blew out the O-ring in there, so they had to re-drill. The holes were stripped, so they had to re-drill the holes, put new bolts in, and we are good to go, and we're finally back on the road, so that's good news. Well, I am in Lamar, Pennsylvania right now. Just stopped at the Pilot there on 80, and I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. I still got another 3 hours or so until I get to Keysby. It's been a long night. Wish I didn't have to take the truck to the dealer earlier. I could have been there by now and been started on my unloading process, but that didn't happen. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out of here for the night. I'm gonna have another video coming up here shortly anyway, of the new Volvo I looked at, the VNR. Even though it was just a day cab, give you a little glimpse of what the inside and everything looks like on that truck. It's a nice truck, even as a day cab. And it gives you at least an idea of what to expect out of the new VNR. So I'll have that coming up here, and so be looking out for that if you are at all interested in seeing what it looks like. So anyways, guys, you take it easy. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go inside, use the facilities, and get back on the road and finish my drive. So you take it easy, guys. Be safe, and we'll talk at you later. Bye.